EIS. So EIS is English Integrated Studies. I think in Asian we use EIS program within teaching already, but because this is about learning approach, we'll be able to develop good teachers and learners to communicate in English. So we help them use English in daily life and also use English language and technology as a lifelong learning tools. So in my school, we have the EIS project also. So anyone has the EIS project in your school or not? If you have, you can raise your hand. No one, really?
Pardon?
Any school use EIS program to teach the student or not? If you have, raise your hand. Oh, may I see? Uh-huh. Okay. Next one before we start, about 2 minutes, 1 minute. Our vision for EIS vision is to be a leading education organization in creating innovation for integrated English and technology. Okay, this is really clear that EIS we focus on English technology system. Right. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
And is this work in your school or not? For my school, our EIS push and approach into the student, and the student try to do their best to using English and technology together, and also science that will work well and much better in the future. How about Indonesia?
I think not yet. We still use in what it is in every subject, not in
Mhm.
one of including in one subject. For example, there are TIK of technological and Bahasa Inggris for Bahasa Inggris and the others.
Mhm.
Not integrated for English, technological, and the others.
Oh, I see. And how about the Philippines? What about your school? Do you have EIS program?
Yes, we have.
Oh, is this work well in your country?
Yes, because our main medium for teaching is really English.
Ah, English is your first
Mi-
language or not?
No, it's not. It's Filipino, but we use Filipino or Tagalog for Filipino subject. But for the rest of the subjects, especially for private schools, we use English as our main language.
Oh, that interesting. Really interesting. And how about the government school? They still learn English language,
Um,
right?
yes, they do. But for the from first grader to the third grader, they are going to use Tagalog for the main subjects. Then
Mm-hmm.
after that, English is already being introduced.
Mm-hmm.
English is your second language, right? In
Yes,
second language.
yes,
Nice.
yes.
Yeah, when
Oh,
I talk to
this
some
is my new
Philippines in
knowledge.
previous event, they speak English very nice, very understandable.
Thank you.
Indonesia English is still a foreign language, so we have too many languages to learn.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, I agree. I
That's
totally
true.
agree. And how about Vietnam? Do we have Vietnam here? Ta-da, Vietnam.
I will check. Usually they write the names in Vietnam slide.
Thank you for your help.
Okay. I think I don't
But
find any.
actually, I think is this the proper time to start our session? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Tada! Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first Asian Online Seminar of Education 2021 on the topic of creative and innovative ways and using technology in online teaching in the afternoon sessions. And it is a great honor for me, Tanika or Rita, to be your MC today. And I hope you enjoy and share your experiences to each other this morning. And happy for your lunch. I would like to thank you for you to join us and a special presentation today about the issue that is more and more every day. And here we are, room 3. There are 4 speakers from our Asian plus 1 countries. And let me introduce them to all of you. The first, Mr. Anandia from ASEAN Tika Sukabumi,
Yes, that's right.
Indonesia school. Is that correct?
Yes, Tiga
Yes,
means
and
three.
he is Anang. Okay, Mr. Anang here. And then the second one, Miss Veronica A. Balatero from Longmar College Basic Education Schools, Philippines. Is that correct? Miss,
Sorry. Yes, it is. It's right. Thank you.
okay, you're so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes. And the third one, she is Miss Miranti Lauker from Pakra Witya School, Thailand. She's here. สวัสดีค่ะ And the last one, Miss Ha Trung Titu from Nguyen School, Vietnam. Is that correct? Are you here, Miss Ha Trung Titu? I'm so sorry for my pronunciation. If it's incorrect, I'm so sorry. I hate. Okay, so maybe she will come later, maybe. Okay, and moreover, yes, look here. Yes, is this MC by Shanika or Rita? But my surname is so long. It's Shanika Pamjinta What from Thailand. So if it's wrong, you can call me just Rita. It's okay. And we have 2 commentators here. I'm so sorry, I have no picture. The first one, Mr. Satan from Laos, and the other one is Mr. Ramash Munyana from Indonesia. Okay, please give a big hand for everyone here. Okay. So, since we have the limited time for the presentation, so let me remind you again about the timetable. 12:30 until 1:50 is for Mr. Anang. 1:15 to 2 o'clock is for Miss Veronica. And then we have 10-minute break. And then we come back again at 2:10 until 2:55 is for Miss Miranti. And then the last one at 2:55 until 3:40 is for Miss Hadron Titu. And remember, you will have 45 minutes with 5 minutes for the preparation, 30 minutes for presentation, and 10 minutes for the commentators. All right, it is about the time to start our session. Remember, 30 minutes on your presenting. Are you ready?
Okay, 30 minutes.
Okay, so I will close my PowerPoint here. Okay. And if you have your slide or your information, you can share from your side. And let's welcome Mr. Anandir from ASEAN and Indika Sukabumi School on the topic of technological education beyond accent and challenge. Please welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, before I begin, I would like to share the video. It will help us to remember what we are going to talk about, what we are going to discuss actually. This is simple. It is in Bahasa Indonesia. Is it working?
Yes, it's working.
Menjadi guru bukanlah hal yang mudah, apalagi mendapatkan tantangan untuk mengajar secara daring dan luring secara bersamaan. Tetapi guru pun tidak pernah protes tentang hal itu. Namanya Pak Anang dan dia guru bahasa Inggrisku. Dia mengajar di sekolahku sejak 2011. Sudah cukup lama. Mengajar adalah menginspirasi. Apapun yang dilakukan harus menginspirasi bagi yang lain. Aku pun terinspirasi olehnya.
Very good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you?
Good morning, sir. We are great.
Great, thank you.
Hello, Anan.
Ya, walaupun
Mr. Kitipon, how are you?
berbeda daripada biasanya. Sekolah yang sepi, tidak ada kegiatan dari siswa, dan juga terdengar suara gemuruh dari mereka yang haus akan ilmu pengetahuan. Mengajar di kala seperti ini pun tidak selamanya menyenangkan. Dan juga caranya, Pak Guru harus mengajar siswa yang memiliki keterbatasan dan pembelajaran daring, yakni tidak memiliki alat elektronik.
Ibu, tadinya aku sudah bisa ke sekolah belum? Belum, masih corona sayang. Kenapa? Sudah lama tidak ke sekolah kita. Bu, aku ingin belajar. Kita tidak punya HP, tidak punya internet. Kita tidak bisa belajar, Bu. Yang lain bisa belajar. Tidak apa-apa, semoga Pak Guru datang lagi hari ini.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Pak Guru, mari masuk, Pak.
Dengan semangatnya anak-anak dalam belajar, membuat guru pun tidak menurunkan semangatnya untuk mengajar secara langsung dan tetap melakukan protokol kesehatan. Berkilometer jauhnya, tidak akan terasa jauh ketika melihat senyum mereka yang haus ilmu pengetahuan. Dia adalah guru yang hebat dan menginspirasi, baik belajar di rumah maupun di sekolah. Dan itulah cerita tentang guruku saat ini.
Okay. That was a very short video designed by my students. Do you enjoy
Sorry
it?
for interrupt. Dadan, Mr. or Miss Dadan, do you have any question now?
Yes. It's
Or maybe something wrong?
something wrong.
Okay, I think maybe something wrong. You can hold on, and you can start.
Okay, thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, teachers, headmasters, and all the audiences here, it is very great here. I feel honored. I am among great teachers and headmasters and all of you here. Let's say this time for me is not to presenting beautiful my research now. I think it is the time for me to share what was happening to us, to all of us. The video show us that many problems arise after we are, let's say, attacked by pandemic 19 or COVID-19. This is difficult to face for us. Even sometimes I think that we are facing the lost generation. I know we are afraid this to happen, but it is about to happen in case we do nothing. Well, I would like to share this. This is what I want to discuss with you all. Sorry. Okay. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to the Committee of ASEAN English Integrated Study Association. This is beautiful moment that I have an occasion, I have a time to share my ideas here. This is the topic I should share with you, technological education beyond the facts and challenges. We know that we cannot separate our life with technology because technology is the product of education. Even it develops every single minute. We cannot hide, we cannot avoid. Even we do nothing, technology keeps growing. That is our the situation we are facing now. But then something unpredictable happened about 12 months ago. COVID-19 attacked us here. It says that the global statistics are definitive. While the virus itself may not be a direct threat to children and youth, the social and economic impact of the pandemic certainly is, especially for those living in vulnerable circumstances. There are already reports of climbing poverty rates and deepening inequality in education. Meanwhile, the International Labor Organization citing unemployment loss among young people more than double that for adults. Words of a real risk of lost generation. That is what we are afraid of. Well, ladies and gentlemen, teachers, it is very important for us to realize if we just keep silent, this will happen. The lost generation. When school closed, teachers could not meet the students, teachers teaching at home, students also learn at home, and we are not sure that the activity runs well. As we know that in the end of the semester, in the end of year, students get the report book, teachers share the report book of the result of the learning process, but we are not sure what is really happening to us. Well, so what should teachers do? This is what we need to think again and again, because the lost generation is really bad situation in case we just stay. What should we do? What kind of best strategy for us to do? Of course, nothing else but online class. Well, ladies and gentlemen, education world is coming to a new episode. We are forced to run online class. Ready or not, the online class, we should do it. And then Google Meet and Zoom meeting and any other application with virtual meeting emerge as the heroes. We get no choice. We should run it. But new problem arise. What the problems are? Students do not have the device. When one of the teachers suggests us to have this kind of a seminar, I really support, I really agree. This is the time for us to discuss because the problem we face are the same. We are having the same problem. Asia are developing countries. Many students here want to study. They can join the online class, but the problem is simple. They do not have the device. In the end of my video, I show you that I run the online class at my office. But at the same time, imagine the students who do not have the device. They just waiting at home. They do not know what to do. That's why I should separate my time once in a classroom, and in other time I should visit my student. Of course, I should obey the health protocol. Second, students could not access the internet. Of course, this is not teachers' problem. It is government problem. It is too high for us, for teachers. We have to make the kind of recommendation for government to realize that online class, online meeting, online study could not run except internet run well. And the third, this is also very important. If the normal activity at school, students go from their home to school, and the parents at home, they are free to go to their job field, to their work, they are working, and students at school, they are attended by teachers. But this situation is different. When the teachers need to go for work, the parents need to go for work, the teachers teach at home, and the students stay at home, and nobody accompany them, nobody guide them, nobody attended them, it will be a problem. Letting this the children with only accompanied by gadget, cell phone or laptop, it's a bit dangerous, I guess. Don't trust our children to YouTube or any online game. And fourth, everyone, students need control. Of course, need control because students need a teacher how to operate their cell phone, how to operate the gadget, and especially how to manage their time. It will be a big problem for teachers and for parents also if we let the students do as the way they want to do, even though it is on behalf of learning. Well, ladies and gentlemen, student problem, the internet access, the device, the control, the guide. But the biggest problem for us, for teachers, is to be technologically illiterate. Well, we cannot deny that this is technology era. We cannot avoid from the attack of technology every day, every single minute. The new product of technology come to our home, come to our hand. Technologically illiterate means we try to avoid, we try to hide from that technology. it seems that we are afraid of it. The technology runs too fast, and we cannot run with it. But somehow, this is what teachers have. What should teachers have? Avoid to be the technologically illiterate generation. If the teacher cope with the technology, how can we cope with our students? We try to love technology because technology is our students' world now, each day. It is not wise if teachers forced to learn all subject, all types, all kinds of technological product, not that way. It means that teachers should open their mind to see, to understand, and wisely to choose what kind of technology, which part of technology that we can apply to our activity, to our teaching in the class. Well, ladies and gentlemen, of course, this slide won't tell you the definition of technology, education, technological education. I was thinking to define this, to give you the definition of technology and these four words, but then, no, it is not necessary. The answer is because Google knows better than me. He can tell you more than I can. Google describes better than anyone else. This is technology, everyone. When we are teachers in the classroom and we give practice to students, we get them tasks, we get them assignment, and then after that we just sit in front of the class waiting for the students doing their tasks. We have to realize that easily students will take their gadget, they directly open the Google, and they will find the answer in seconds. Beautiful situation, I guess. Well, instead of questioning the definition about what technology is, let us discuss about what have the technology done to you, to us. What have the technology done to us? Does it help our work, or is it become our burden to move faster? That's the problem. Does technology really help you work, or does it only appear as your new activity? As we don't realize that we are trapped by new activity on behalf of technology. Everyone, let's try to evaluate our time spent using technology. What do we do every day when we wake up in the morning? This is the device we are looking for. And after a few minutes, we get a breakfast accompanied by this. And also while we are talking with our family, we never let this from our hand. Even when we go to our office, we do realize that this device is not in our pocket, and we will be in rush, turn back to our home to find this. Why? We have to think very deeply to comprehend this situation. What does the technology do to your class? This is a very important question for us to answer. What does technology to your class? After a few months forward, I believe that COVID will disappear, or it will be a normal among us. But we do not ever hope that the situation, learning and teaching process will be as we did before the COVID come to us. It will be very different. The teaching process, teaching and learning process nowadays will be very different than before. You are thinking about technology, your students know better. Do you realize that? Sometimes I ask the student how to use something. Sometimes I ask the students how to apply this and that, and I feel fine because they know more than us. Uh, Looking at this situation, I do realize this is the period of them, their period, and we have to walk along with them. The teacher and students take the position, the teacher is the teacher, but not the one who comprehend, who understand, who master the technology. No, learning and teaching process and the technology we are using is separated. They know more about technology, but culturally in Asia, they will wisely, they don't say it. No, but no students say that. I know it very well. I even know better than you. No, not student will say that, but they know that they know more about technology. They are very close with technology instead of us. Even our students really want to say, "Can I help you, teacher?" I don't know what happened to you in your country, in Philippines, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Malaysia, Brunei, and Singapore. But here in my school, when I bring some electronical device and I try to turn it on in the classroom, sometimes I ask students to come forward. Help me to do this. It's easy, teacher. Don't worry. Well, I learned from that situation. It means that technology is closer to our students than to us. Why is that so? Because technology, as I said again and again, technology is our students' world. We are only guests who come late. Technology is our students' future. Don't teach our student as the way our teacher teaches us. No, it is not wise. We still remember the way our teacher were teaching us. They stand in front of the class, they hold the book, they read some paragraph, and then ask us to do something on the student's table. And after a few minutes, they should submit their work to the teacher. The teacher check it out and then return to the students with the mark A, B, C, or with the comment, well done, very nice, excellent. This time, that kind of situation is not really, won't really work. Probably in some situation, because we have to adjust our activity with the students' world. It is not possible for us to teach the way our teachers taught us, because it seems like we grabbed students' future and designed it to be ours a couple years ago. That is not wise. Well, have you ever tried to do this with your baby, with your child, with your kids? Just give your cell phone to your baby, to your child, to your kids. They will send you a text in a few minutes. They will even download 100 games in a few minutes. Remember the first time we mapped the cell phone, we read the, what is it? It is not catalog, but the rules how to operate this. But now it's different. When the kids got the cell phone, they will directly operate it. They understand faster than us. Well, maybe this is a big task for us, a big question. You have to think very deeply. When you are practicing, when you are using technology in your classroom, the question is, are you teaching the subject to your students or teaching how to use application in your subject to your students? Everyone, it is different question. It means that you have I teach English. Other teacher teach math, teach science, teach many subjects. But when they are using application, we have to we have to take this question: are we really teaching our subject, or are we are teaching how to use this application in the subject? It means that do our students really study, or do they only learn the new application? We need to think again and again when we are going to use one application, because students use one application. Of course, they seem that they learn English, but when they be a part for that application, and then we try ask again about the subject, they seem they do not understand what we are learning before. What they know is just the application. Well, that is a simple question for me especially. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is confusing for some teachers because they have to learn how to apply the application. Secondly, they have to run the application or join the application, connect the application with the subject. Make sure you are not wasting your time in your classroom. Well, teachers, ladies and gentlemen, many teachers are proud of what they have learned about technology instead of teaching the subject they have to teach. We have to be aware with this situation. We learn again and again about the application, about the technology, but we forget that students are waiting what we are going to teach. Understand the situation first. Technology, more like you are entering your student's tool instead of ours, not yours, ours. When I see the new application, when I see the new device, I always think that my students know well better about this than me. Well, technology and your students are not, we are with technology. You and your students are not racing in it. So don't feel hesitate to ask students when we get problem with the technology. They know, well, they are closer to the technology than us. You and your students are not racing in it. If you do so, you will be the loser in the racing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the closing for me. Never let you become the teacher who digitally literate in your teaching. We should learn more, everyone. Actually, every day we meet Microsoft, we meet Google Workspace, Genially, Instagram, Canva, YouTube, Live, Worksheet, and many more. Those are the product of technology we can use. We do not need to learn all, but we should choose. We should choose, and we should also analyze which application that suit to our students. Remember the beginnings I described to you that there are 4 basic problems students have: the device, internet access, the control, and the guide, parents guide. We have to think very wisely when we are going to use application to our students. Sometimes we know that we are running the online class, but in the same time, we also have to run the offline class. We should visit our students' home because they do not have device. They want to study. This is the only way for us to avoid the lost generation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess sharp. It is 13:07.
Yes, you still have the your topic is really interesting. But now it is time for the commentator. May
Yes.
I invite Mr. Ramas Mulyana to give some comments to Teacher Anang. Please welcome.
Okay, thank you, Miss Janika. Mr. Anang is very great presentation. It's very inspiring us.
Thank
It's
you.
about inspiring teachers. We think that not only the real teacher is not only things about subject, what it is homework, assignment, but also the real teacher is things about the student need. And it is our problem in the first era when we hit with the pandemic. There are so many problems. What we have said with Mr. Anang, there are no devices, no internet data, no guiding for parents. And the basic thing is the teacher is very what it is surprisingly with the new era. So they try to do the best thing, to learn, and then what it is how to use many tools, how to use uh, learning management system. So for the first, it's very hard, but now with the time gone, and then the teacher is can what it is able to try to do the best thing, and then they are expert. And we know that the many teachers to be a YouTuber now, and then we make some videos, and then such as like that one. And then thanks God that the government realized that we need the internet, and every 3 months the government send the every student in Indonesia especially for the internet data, and it's the solution I think. So it is a good experience, and it make we inspiring that, and we what it is that the our problem in facing pandemic, not always the negative things, but also the positive thing, the advantages that the teacher try to what it is able to the quality of a teaching learning process in the classroom, and also they try to gain many knowledge, many skill, and many especially in a technological, and also in the other what it is how to be what it is come to the new era. And then the the problem, the most problem in I think not only in this country but also in many countries is about mental health. We facing in the mental health for not only for students but also us as a teachers. We try to complexity in our some problem, but now as we about 18 months we struggle with the pandemic, and we see that it is better and better and better, and we hope that this will be end, yeah, and we'll go to the new era. Okay, thank you.
So thank you so much for your comments about the topic, which is really interesting. So to make sure and to conclude for Teacher Anand topic is about to recheck oneself or recheck for the teacher and also the student. And as a teacher, make sure that you still teach the students subjects, not the application for the students. Yes, that's right. That's very good. Please give a big applause to Mr. Anang.
Thank you.
And thank you, Mr. Ramat. Thank you. And next one, as it's really interesting also. So let's move to the second topic. It is about streamline your teaching through virtual classroom, integrated apps, and sites. Please welcome Ms. Veronica A. Balatero from Philippines. Please welcome.
Ka? Yeah, okay. Good afternoon.
Sawadee ka.
Magandang buhay. Okay, so magandang hapon from Philippines. Okay, so hello everyone. Thank you for this
Magandang
opportunity. Okay. Yes, sawadika is am I right?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. Okay.
Swadika.
Okay, so thank you for this opportunity. Indeed, I am greatly overwhelmed. Okay, so I am teacher Ron from Philippines, representing Lorma Colleges. Okay, so I handle senior high and junior high. I teach business subjects, research, ICT, and social sciences. Okay, so for today, I'll be sharing with you an online application that we can use to streamline our teaching, online teaching. Okay, so through our virtual classroom. So let me share my presentation. You know, our students now are very well versed with technology. Yeah. As Mr. Anang said, they are very versed with technology. And so why don't take advantage of that technology to get their attention in our classes? Okay, so uh, you know, as we embark on this new normal, we are faced with a lot of challenges, okay, in delivering our lessons. Okay, so we do not know if we're delivering relevant lessons to our learners. Can you see my slide? Yes,
Not yet, sir.
not yet. Okay, but I'm already sharing it. Let me share it again.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll stop it. Let me just share it again. Share. I'll just share my entire screen.
Hello.
Is it already shared? Visible? Can you see it already?
It's just only
yes.
says that. Oh, okay, yes.
Okay. Okay, now let's continue. Okay, so online learning is challenging for students as well. They have to deal with various engagement and lesson retention issues. Despite the effectiveness of online teaching methods, many parents, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, many parents doubt their child's learning. Parents still believe that online learning is not as effective as the traditional methods of learning, right? And so this is why we are constantly looking for new ways to improve the efficiency of our lessons. When our students are in online meeting, we often fail to attract their attention. Okay, so this is quite frustrating on our parts as teachers. Why? Because they are not interested in what is happening in our online class.
Yes.
Yeah, right? Okay, so how are we going to improve student engagement in online learning? Okay, so learner to learner and learner to teacher engagement are needed to ensure student engagement. Many apps can help improve your lesson presentations. However, choosing the right app for your learners is very important so that you are not just teaching the application, but you are efficiently delivering your lessons. Okay, so uh, differentiation is a strategy that helps teachers identify the needs and develop effective strategies for their students. And Nearpod's formative assessment can help teachers differentiate instructions. You will be able to know what are the needs of your students. So you can create polls and quizzes. You invite your students to submit questions and have them produce short notes. Okay, so these features allow teachers to get a better understanding of their students' learning styles. Okay, so Nearpod is an app that enables teachers to create engaging and interactive learning materials for their students. Okay, so let's take advantage of technology. Let's get that attention of your students through technology. They are into technology. Let's give them technology. Okay, so it is an online platform that enables teachers to develop and deliver engaging multimedia presentations. Okay, so through interacting with students in real time, teachers can customize the learning environment to meet students' needs. So how are you going to register? Just go to nearpod.com. Okay, so students can easily access this application because they don't actually need to register. You just have to give them the code and they can quickly join your activity. But for us teachers, you can sign up for free. Okay, so you can sign up for free as teachers. Students may have their optional account. Okay, so if they're going to register, it's fine so that they can monitor or track their progress. Okay, so when you sign up, you choose your role as a teacher. And then, okay, so you may use your Google account, your Microsoft Office, Clever, or ClassLink account. And then, okay, for me, I use my school account to sign up, okay, with my Google account. And then you set up your profile. Okay, what are the subjects that you teach, what grades, what is your role, and then done. Okay, you will be prompted already to your workspace, so you will enjoy 15,000 plus standards aligned materials. You will enjoy creating your interactive lessons and activities, and you will get real-time insights reports from your students. Okay, so that is your workspace. Okay, so you have your lessons, reports, Nearpad library, and features, and you can also customize. Okay, so Nearpad, you can have it free account. That is the silver user. But if you want to have a premium, you can have the gold user. For silver user, it's okay. You can still have a lot of features of Nearpad. Okay, you can enable students' names when they use their Google or Microsoft account. These two are for premium users. And then you can use multiple choice questions to get formative assessment. If you use it for mastery, it's okay. You just have to enable or disable the automatic release of the answers. Okay, I use this for my formative. My students can use it multiple times, answer it multiple times, and then at the final try of the quiz, I'll be showing them the answers. Okay, so I use it for my formative. Okay, you can allow students to resubmit in live participation. Live participation is when you do it online, real time. The student phase is they can access it offline. Okay, you can also have collaborate boards. Okay, so those are for the settings. And the most important one is when you prepare a lesson, a visual lesson, and you don't want your students to skip a bit of your presentation, you may activate this and insert activities or questions within your slides or your video. If you activate this, your students cannot skip a bit of your presentation, and that is available for silver user also. Okay, so what are the key parts of Nearpad? We have my lessons wherein you are going to create and edit your lessons. You will see here a lot of lessons. You have your reports where you will see the results of your activities. Okay, and of course, we have the Nearpad library with all the resources, thousands of resources of lessons and activities. Okay, so we have, of course, see, as I said, it's interactive. We have video, we have quick formative assessments. We can integrate PowerPoint, Google Slides, PDF, YouTube videos, and you can share it to your students real time via live participation or student-based offline, or if it is already available for face-to-face. Okay, so in Nearpad lessons, in Nearpad lessons, we provide, it's an excellent tool to make lessons. Okay, so you create the interactive resources. Okay, so you can integrate PowerPoints and Google Slides. You give students a chance to show that what they know with real-time assessments, with built-in accessibility features. You create lessons that they love. They love technology. You give them gamified activities, and that's a very essential tool to get their attention. Okay. Okay, so this is how we provide, we make lessons. Okay, so we create through this tab, the My Lessons. Okay, so it is a very good essential, or it's a very good tool for us teachers to help minimize disruptions. That's why we plan the various learning paths of our students. So if we know what they need, we can give them what they need. Okay, so when you create lessons, okay, so you create lessons, you video, activity, Google Slides, this is for premium. Okay, so for lessons, you can go, if you click on the create lessons, you will be prompted here. You edit the title and then you add content. So what are the contents that you can add? Okay, so you can add slides. If it says beta, it is premium, but you can create your own slides through Nearpod. Okay, so it's the Slides Classic. Then you can import videos. Okay, it could be a YouTube or your own video. So it's a very interactive tool that you can provide to your students. You can provide from web contents or URLs. You can get contents from there. Nearpad 3D, it's a new learning tool. It gives a 3D image to your students. I'll be showing you some example later. Then, of course, the PhET simulation. I'm sure the teachers of math and science are very familiar with PHET simulation application or tool wherein they provide immersive game-like environment for their students to learn math and science. Then we have the VR field trip or virtual reality. You know, our students are confined in their homes, so why not bring them to the outside reality through field trip with virtual reality? Okay, and then of course the BBC video. This is a good source for illustration. We have the sway. Okay, with the sway we're in, we can also create storytelling. It's also an interactive tool. It's very nice. And then we have the slideshow audio and PDF viewer. Okay, so those kinds of lessons you can integrate in your lesson. You can use it to get the attention of your students. For activities, okay, so for activities, we can make it also interesting. How? Okay, so time to climb is a gamification. Okay, you can gamify your activities. You can provide a multiple choice, make it in time to climb, and then let your students race. Okay, so you can use time to climb to gamify your activities. Open-ended question is one of the techniques to provide a higher order thinking skills for students. Okay, so we provide open-ended questions. There's matching pairs. We provide quiz. Flipgrid. Flipgrid is another application. If your students doesn't want to talk or doesn't want to recite during your lessons or during your classes, provide them a question wherein they can answer through Flipgrid, because Flipgrid is a video app wherein they video their answers. Okay, so stop with writing essays. Why not ask them also to talk, to recite through Flipgrid? Or if they cannot open Flipgrid, then you just provide them an application wherein they can create video of themselves. Then, of course, we have Draw It, Collaborate, Poll, Fill in the Blanks, and Memory Test. Those are all available free for Nearpad. Okay, so let's have this one. Okay, so it's a very quick video. Okay, so there you create. Okay, so let's just see. Okay, so that is how you create your lesson. It's just a quick tour of how you create a lesson and activity. Okay, so those are the different options. Okay, for lessons and activities. So let's see, there's the slide. You can create it with your own slide. Then you can create video. You can get from YouTube or the library of Nearpod. Okay, so you can upload also your own video. Then we have web content. You can just start the URL. Then we have Nearpad 3D. That's what the Nearpad 3D do. Okay, so especially if you're teaching science, it's very helpful. Okay, so even with social sciences, okay, so it's very helpful. You provide them 3D pictures. Okay, so that is very helpful for us to integrate in our lessons. Okay, you know, there are students who really wants to see those kinds of images. And then here's the PhET simulation. I am sure the science teachers and the math teachers are very well versed with this. The VR field trip, it will bring you real to the outside world, okay, especially to those students who are not already going out of their houses because of the restrictions. And those are the videos from the BBC. Okay, so we can use that for illustrations. Of course, the Sway. Okay, so you can integrate your Sway account with your Nearpod and upload your Sway presentations, storytellings. Okay, so and of course, we have the slideshow, the audio, and the PDF viewer. Then for the activities, those are for the activities. Okay, so let's have a quick view of how we do the activities. That is for the gamification tool, the time to climb. Okay, so give excitement to your activities. Okay, so sometimes our students already find it boring for us to give them multiple choice quizzes in Word or in form. Then gamify it. Let's gamify. Okay, so let them race. have match and pairs. We have built-in match and pairs there for different subjects that we can adopt. Okay, so those are examples. I'll be sending my presentation later to Miss Mirunti so that it maybe could be shared to everyone. Okay, so we have quiz. Okay, so you can also provide quiz. Okay, so this is very important. This is very helpful for us in doing our assessment. Okay, so there you can have draw it. They can draw. So if students likes to draw, then they can also use drawing. Okay, so you can just get some stored pre-made activities from Nearpad. Okay, so that's how we do it. So those are the different activities for Nearpad. Okay, so when we create, so let's go back to the My Lessons tab here. Okay, so if you created a lot of lessons already, then you can create your folder. Okay, so if especially like me, I teach different subjects. Okay, so I can create folders wherein I'm going to organize my lessons. Okay, so you can also organize your lessons there. Okay, so okay, sorry for that. Okay. Okay, so then we have Nearpod reports. In Nearpod reports, this is the tab wherein you will be able to access or see the results of your activities. So the results of your activities. So I have here the list of my activities that I have prepared, okay, for my ICT 7 and for my entrepreneurship. And if you go to reports, you will see there the scores of your students as well as what are the questions that they were not able to answer so that you will also be able to verify your quiz. Okay. Okay. So this is just a quick, okay. So that is how you're going to see the results. You choose the lesson or the activity. I cover this up because this is the names of my students. Okay. So you go to the class board. Then you will see there the overall data per question or the student overall data. You will be able to see their scores there. Okay, so it will be displayed. And if you want to know what are their mistakes, then you can just go by one from every questions that you created. Okay, so you can also download it as Excel or CSV file. Okay, so it's downloadable to Excel. So it's easy to record it later. Then another key part of Nearpad is the library. Okay, so we have Nearpad library and it contains thousands of resources. Okay, so you can customize, you can just look for lessons, you can look for activities, videos, okay, what are the subjects and the grades. Okay, there. So this is just a quick one. Okay, so there. Okay, so you will see a lot of resources. There are pre-made resources. It could be lessons, videos, or activities. You can search. You can use the Nearpad library search for your lesson that you want to get. Okay, so there are a lot. There are numbers. Okay, there are numbers of resources that you can adapt. Okay, so that is for the library. And what's good with Nearpad is that you only have to get the code and you can integrate it to Google Meet, to Zoom, to your Google Classroom, to any learning management system. You can even embed it. So it's very nice. Okay, so you can use it to streamline your online teaching, give to get the attention of your students. Okay, so it has a standards and learning objectives. Each lesson sequence with the is designed with research-based instructional models like 5E in mind. Okay, so we have the 5E model like engage, you explore, you explain, you elaborate, and evaluate, and you can use Nearpad with that. Then research-based instructional methods. Okay, so we have that. Intentional questioning based on Bloom's taxonomy to unlock students' understanding in real time. Okay, so media like virtual reality is thoughtfully included to drive real-world connections, okay, and drive a deeper understanding in topics. Okay, and then of course, Metacognitive reflections, intentional opportunities are built in for students to reflect on their learning. Okay, so especially when you do your videos and they cannot skip it, they can reflect. Okay, so to sum it up, Nearpod can help add layers of interactivity and feedback to your slideshow style lessons. It can also allow students to interact with visuals and feedback by drawing, posting notes, or participating in games. It allows teachers to provide feedback and insights about their students' learning needs, letting them know where to improve. Teachers can also assign them to develop their own ideas. So students can also ask questions at the moment. Nearpad's robust features uh, make it an excellent choice for increasing student involvement in remote or in-person environments. Many features can help improve collaboration and communication. So it is interactive. We provide differentiated learning, ensure students' engagement, accessible to any device. Okay, so mobile, tablet, iPad, laptops, desktops, any kind of devices. Okay, so Nearpad's extensive learning resources are available to teachers. This include a variety of online courses and presentations. And if you want to learn more, there is a Nearpad community in Facebook that you can join. Again, um, we have a lot of available applications. Okay, so we have a lot of available applications to reinvent our virtual classrooms and our teaching styles. You may also try Canva, H5P, ClassPoint, Flipgrid, Parley, Padlet, and others. But we have to consider our students' needs to know what best fits to integrate and use. That is the very important one. Okay, so for us, we really have to find ways because we cater to synchronous, we cater to asynchronous, and we even have modular. Okay, so we also produce print modules and digital modules. So we cater to all needs of our students. Okay, so that's all, everyone. Thank you. And again, this is Teacher Ron. Always remember, technology can never replace us teachers, but technology makes class sessions much more interactive. Therefore, technology plus teacher brings transformation in education. Kapunka.
ขอบคุณค่ะ Please give a big applause for Miss Veronica.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Wow.
Very nice presentation.
Your topic is really amazing and surprising. In Thailand, for example, I as an MC, I have never known it before, but right now I know it about Nearpod much more than my last lesson. Okay, so it is a good opportunity to know the new tools for the teacher to teaching or creating activity and also evaluating the students. That's really good. Okay, it's time for the commentator. May I invite Mr. Greg here? Are you here, Mr. Greg from Laos? Mr. Greg Satan. Am I correct? Mr. Greg from Laos. So next one, may I invite Mr. Ramat again to give some comments for
Okay, right.
Veronica. Please welcome.
Miss Veronica is right. Is great. Wow. It's very. In bahasa Indonesia is very keren.
I agree.
Yeah. It is for the first time I found this what you have delivered. It is great LMS, and there are so many material for every subject. Yeah, and then a lot of resources we need. Yeah. So we can find out not to move to the others media, but we can find out here. And then of course it is a multifunctional learning management system. Yeah, it's great. And I think it is shouldn't need a variety of media in learning, and it is one of the best, I think. And I will try it Miss Veronica. Okay, thank you for your great information. Okay, thank you.
Yes, this is really, and I totally agree that Nearpod is really interesting application for the teaching online in this era. So we may use various application, but this is the new for many teachers here. It's time for some question. Yes, if you have any question, you can raise your hand and turn on your microphone. Please welcome Miss Wantana.
Okay, thank you. Uh, I'm very wonderful that Miss Veronica, she is so great. She speaking with a confidence, yeah. And so everyone look at her and look at your presentation. A lot of knowledge that we gain from you. And also, I never heard about Nearpod before because in Thailand we use Google Classroom, and I think it's the same, but you can present that there are a lot of application, a lot of resource in Nearpod. So I feel that it make my me wider perspective because sometimes if we use only Google Classroom and we think that is the best, we always use that. But you open my mind that we have another one. So I would like to ask you that. So the teacher in your school use Nearpod or not, or just only someone use it?
Um, Almost all of us use it because it depends on our lessons. So we look into our lessons. If it fits, then we use. And there are also other applications that we use. The recent training that we had before we started our school, we delve into Nearpads. That's why Nearpad is one of the application that we use now.
Okay. And also, I'm very impressed that you talk about that. The technology cannot be instead of teachers. Yeah.
Yes.
So and you focus that and you focus on that. Teacher have to inspire the student, have to coach the students, not only technology. And you can make the technology and your lesson to make your classroom more active.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. Yes.
So
Yes.
not only technology, but teachers,
Teachers.
your instruction to coach the student. And so I think it's really good for inspire our teacher here to know that we trying to use technology, but we not forget that we are very important for the student. We can coach, we can make the technology is close to the student. So thank you, Miss Marika, for joining us.
And also thank you, the Dr. Wantana. So there is a question from Miss Betty Savita. Am I correct? If I pronounce incorrectly, I'm so sorry. She's asked you about, is it free to use your apps? Nearpod.
Yes. There is a silver user which is free, wherein you can access almost all of the features. And there's also a gold premium account. Nearpod is very generous because the silver account is already free, and there are a lot of features that you can access. Almost all the features, actually, all the features that I discussed today is available for silver user, and that's free.
Wow, that's just really wonderful. So do you have anyone has some more questions before we take 10 minutes break? Any question? If you have the question, you can turn on your speaker.
Okay. May I?
Yes, Mr. Anand.
This is not a question. It's thank you very much, Miss Veronica. You are great. You're excellent. You're very, very, very brief. Really, like Pak Rahmat said, that I get not only new information, but it grows my curiosity. Even now, directly, I open near bed my laptop. I find it. But most of all, I'm really interested in your last statement. You said technology will not replace teacher, right? Very, very, very interesting. But technology, what you say in hand of teacher, would be what?
It brings transformation in education.
Transformational, right? That is beautiful sentence. Okay, that's all. I think I need to really appreciate your work. It's very excellent, and
It inspires everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, and another one.
Near us. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anang. And then one more question from Sushi Riyanti. Please.
Yes, thank you very much. I think I'm not a question, but I need to say very good, very interesting to Miss Veronica. So I think I want you to be a student of Miss Veronica class.
Oh, really?
Your spirit as a teacher, I feel that. And then how we know blessed of pandemics. So all the teachers all around the world using technology. And I'm agree with you that teacher cannot change by technology, but teacher using technology can make everything, can make the different learning. And as Miss Veronica said, using technology, so student, parent, and teacher, all of us getting together to make a best learning. So thank you very much, Miss Veronica.
Apunka.
If Mrs. Suchi become one of the student of Veronica, I will be the second one.
So and I hope that I have an opportunity to go to visit your school one day.
Yes,
after
yes.
the COVID.
Lorma, right? Lorma.
Yes, from Lorma College.
Lorma College Basic Education Schools. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, all the commentators, for giving such valuable opinions and encouragement for the teacher. And before we have another two presenter with another two interesting stories, let's have 10-minute break and then come back to us again. Thank you. 10-minute break, and then we come back again. Yes, Mr. Kiripon.
I miss Loma College.
Oh.
I miss Loma College.
Maybe teacher yeah, okay. 10 minutes and I will come back again. Thank
Mr. Kitipon, Miss Lorma College. I miss Mr. Kitipon.
I think Mr. Kitipon is Miss Veronica.
itu bukanlah hal yang mudah, apalagi mendapatkan tantangan untuk mengajar secara daring dan murid secara bersamaan. Tetapi guruku tidak pernah protes tentang hal itu. Namanya Pak Anang dan dia guru bahasa Inggris khusus. Dia mengajar di sekolahku sejak 2011. Sudah cukup lama. Mengajar adalah menginspirasi. Apapun yang dilakukan harus menjadi inspirasi bagi yang lain. Aku pun terinspirasi olehnya.
Very good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you?
Morning, sir. We are great.
Great, thank you.
Bu, aku ingin belajar. Kita tidak punya HP, tidak punya internet. Kita tidak bisa belajar, Bu. Yang lain bisa belajar. Tidak apa-apa. Ya, Bu, Pak Guru datang lagi hari ini.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Pak Guru, mari masuk, Pak.
Dengan semangatnya anak-anak dalam belajar, membuat guruku tidak menurunkan semangatnya untuk mengajar secara langsung dan tetap melakukan protokol kesehatan. Berkilo-kilometer jauhnya, tidak akan terasa jauh ketika melihat senyum mereka yang haus ilmu pengetahuan. Dia adalah guru yang hebat dan menginspirasi, baik belajar di rumah ataupun di sekolah. Dan itulah cerita tentang guruku saat pandemi.
Miss Veronica,
Yes, sir. Ade.
I have some friends in Lorma. I forgot his name. I met him in Thailand last 2 years ago. Who is the principal?
Principal is Mrs. Elizabeth Camara.
Mrs. Elizabeth. I met her also in Indonesia, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe you're talking about Sir Jerome Villanueva?
Yes, Jerome. I met him often. Yeah.
He is my academic head.
I see. Say hi for me.
Will do. Sure.
Yeah. And also, young
And also
teacher.
Mr. Fernando from
Fernando, Mr.
Okay,
Fernando. I know.
Mr. Fernando Oringo is current in Vietnam. With his doctorate.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes.
He's very young and his English is very excellent.
Yes.
I think all Filipinos can speak English very fluent. His English is second language. Okay.
All right. So we have a bit more, 10 minutes. We can wait for 10 minutes and we will start the after sections. So before we go to the next section, I would love to have a chit chat from you, all the participants here today. Okay, let's start with anyone who can answer. Okay, I would like to ask you about why do you interested in this seminar? Why do you interested this seminar? Yes, anyone would like to give an answer or opinion? You can. So, for example, for me, I am interested in this seminar because this is my first time to have a seminar with ASEAN, okay, ASEAN plus one. And this is my first time to be the MC from webinar, and I am interested, and then a little bit nervous. And how are you guys?
I'm interested because I'm the speaker.
Oh, yes, exactly correct answer. And how about Miss Maria? Miss Maria, am I pronounced correctly? Miss Maria Kuzmi Arnie. Is that correct? Maybe Suchi
Yes,
in States.
that's correct. That's correct.
Oh, Miss Maria, sawadee ka.
Good morning. Good afternoon, I
Good
mean,
afternoon.
yes.
Yes. Why do you are interested in this seminar?
Yeah, I think I'm very interested in this seminar because uh, as yeah, I'm an English teacher, so I would like
Oh,
to know about the spoken of other teachers also and other educators also, and then how to use what does it say about the technology in teaching learning activity. I mean, yes, that's
yes.
all. Yeah,
Thank you.
thank
Your
you.
answer is really useful. Yes, we are
Yes.
here because we teach English, right? And then we also teach technology in the same time. We teach ourselves, and then we teach the student, and then we teach the subject through the application, like Mr. Anand said before, right? And anyone have the problem in teaching by using technology? Does anyone have an idea? I have the problem with myself that I am not good at technology. So I still use the PowerPoint and Google Meet. But for another
Right.
application, I cannot. So how about you guys? Any Zoom is quite difficult for me also because we have to buy the license, and my school didn't buy the license for Zoom application. How about in Indonesia or Malaysia or maybe Laos or Cambodia? Do you use Zoom for
Zoom,
being?
I guess Zoom is the first, it is more famous in the beginning of the learning process, distance learning and teaching process.
I
But
see.
after that, it only runs for only 30 or 40 minutes, and then teachers try to find other application. And then
Mhm.
we choose Google Meet like this. But still, uh, we have option to choose
Mhm.
the free one or the premium one.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
the
And
simple one.
yes, Mrs. Shi?
Yes, thank you very much. I think in Indonesia, we all teachers must using technology after pandemic. And before pandemic, we never know about Google Classroom. We never know about Google Meeting or using even just one subgroup we don't using that. But after pandemic, make all teacher and student have to use it. I think it's a side place of pandemic. And in Indonesia, student in the best school, they also can using technology.
Yes.
In Indonesia and using and Google Classroom. All of teacher using it that right now.
So I really want to know that in Indonesia.
Want to say something?
Okay, I'm still on the way.
Oh, okay. So I just wonder that do you teach English as a main language in Indonesia?
I'm not an English teacher, so my English is not good. I think I'm so sorry. I'm an economic teacher, but that's why I'm very interested to join this seminar to learn English and to know you, Miss Chanika, my new friend, and why I choose the room 3 because Mr. Anang here and Mr. Anang is the same school with me.
Oh,
yes, and then Miss Miranti is that
yes?
Yes, that's Miss Miranti.
Mirunti.
Oh, Mirunti. Okay, Mirunti. Ever come to my school, so I need to listen how Miss Mirunti as the speaker.
Yes.
Very interesting, and thank you very much for Mr. Kittypop, who the best, who the maker of this seminar. Thank you very much.
Right now he flies up the sky.
Kittypop is the legend of Asia.
Yes.
Right. Where are you driving? Mr. Chung is your driver?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are in Bandung.
Because I have something to do to Bandung, Mr. Kittypom.
Yeah.
To join in the seminar.
If I were not the speaker, also I should go to Bandung today.
I see Miss Hendayani or Yani.
Yes.
Hendayani.
Hendayani. Yes,
Yes. Do you have any opinions or do you have any topic to say and share with us before we go to our seminar again?
All right, thank you very much for the time, especially to the beautiful moderator, Miss Chanika. Thank you so much. I want to join to say something, not so much, but I want to say something.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I want to answer the first question about the reason why I am interested to join this seminar.
Yes.
You know that, I am really nervous to be here in this great seminar because this is the first time for me to join the seminar for ASEAN level. Wow, it's very wow.
Yes, I agree.
At the beginning, I think I thought that this would be very good for me, and in fact, this is very, very good for me and for everyone as well, I think. Why? Because my own reason first, to increase my knowledge, because I guess that there will be a lot of knowledge I will get from this seminar. I guess that it will inspire me a lot, and that is true. Or the material and all the presenters inspired me a lot.
Oh,
And then the
I
second
couldn't agree
one,
more.
yeah, and then the second reason why I am interested in this seminar,
Yes.
because I will get I will get many experience that the presenters shared with us. So it would be a good lesson for us, right?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Because I think that here we will share.
I think Mr. Kitty is something. I still one morning,
Yeah.
early in the
Yeah.
morning, Mr.
We will
Surapong
share,
told me.
right? Yeah.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay, I
Anand.
guess that here everyone, or especially the presenters, share anything related to learning, especially here about the technology of learning, and for me, it is amazing.
Yes, for me too.
So let me say thank you so much for everyone, and thank you for the opportunity that I got today. It's very, very useful for me. And about what is the platform that I myself use in this pandemic? Yeah, we just use Zoom meeting and then Google meeting. Yeah, we still don't know the other platform. Those are what is it? Those are we familiar with.
Okay.
That's it all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice
Miss,
to see you. Oh yeah. That's all.
Guys,
Thank you
nice
very
to
much.
meet you too.
Nice to see you too, Miss Chantika.
Yes. So it's time. It's time for our seminar. Yes. Welcome back to room 3 of ASEAN Online Seminar of Education 2021. And to save our time, let's start our session again. Okay, Miss Miranti. Miss Miranti, are you ready? Okay, so let's welcome Miss Miranti Lauke from Wichita School, Thailand, on the topic of learning with TPAC. Please welcome.
So beautiful girl.
Me? Thank you. Oh,
And smart also.
thank you.
I'm ready.
What are you doing, Suchi?
When is that free?
see.
Very difficult. Two, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God. 6, 7, 8, 9,
Okay.
10.
And 10.
No.
I'm trying to make videos that interest my students. This is me in animation to making a video to teach my students. สวัสดีค่ะนักเรียนก่อนเรียนวันนี้ขอโชว์สเต็ปนิดนึงนะ เอาละค่ะมาเข้าสู่บทเรียนกันเลยนะคะสำหรับวันนี้เราจะเรียนเรื่อง diffusion and osmosis ค่ะว่าแต่มันคืออะไรเดี๋ยวเราไปเรียนรู้พร้อมๆกันเลยค่ะไปเลยรอนักเรียนออนไลน์ยังก็รอดูสุริยุปราคานานมากถึงได้เห็นครั้งหนึ่ง
ให้เลือกหมายเลขเลข4ค่ะหมายเลข4หมายเลข4ช่วยในการติดไฟโอ้คาร์บอนเอาอะไรเอามีหลายคำตอบเลยเอาให้เลือกค่ะ B มีคนตอบ B กับ A เอาอะไรก่อนเอา A ค่ะเอา A ถูกข้อ 6ค่ะต่อไปข้อ 6แก๊สที่บรรจุในลูกโป่งสวรรค์ฮีเลียมค่ะเย้เนี่ยเก่งแล้วเนี่ย
ชลสิทธิ์open your microphone and answer me
ไม่ดูโทรทัศน์ในระยะที่ใกล้จนเกินไป
ไม่ดูโทรทัศน์ ในระยะที่ใกล้จนเกินไป very good ชิสนุพงศ์
รับประทานอาหารที่มีประโยชน์อุดมด้วยสารอาหารครบถ้วน
โอ้โหเยี่ยมมากเลยนะคะรับประทานอาหารที่มีประโยชน์รวมด้วยสารอาหารที่ครบถ้วน
ดิจิทัลนะคะกระป๋องเปลี่ยนสีอุ้ยใครงานอมกับมิกาเซ่แล้วมากเราจะไปฟีดเธอโอ้นี่ทำไมครูจะต้องเปิดเผยด้วยครูเป็นคนทำร้ายเรียน
ต่อออกจากมดลูกคือตรงนี้ อันนี้ต่อออกจากมดลูกออกมา
ลำไส้มดลูก
ลำไส้มดลูกพี่รัตเนี่ยสุดยอดจริงๆ
ท่อระบาย
คนที่มีความ
ท่อ
คิด
ระ
สร้าง
บาย
สรรค์
มดลูกครับ
แล้วระบายมดลูกโอเคมี
ท่อ
ไหม
น้ำเชื้อครับ
ท่อน้ำเชื้อยังไม่ใช่
ท่อระบาย
มีคำว่าท่อนำมันนำอะไรมามดลูกนะ
ท่อนำไข่
ถูกต้องเฮ้ยสวัสดีนักเรียนวันนี้เราจะมาเรียนระบบร่างกายระบบสืบพันธุ์คือระบบสืบพันธุ์นั่นไงไม่ยากอะไรไปเรียนรู้เลยเริ่มจากรู้จักเซลล์สืบพันธุ์เพศชายก็คืออสุจิหรือว่าสัตว์เปิมแล้วสร้างที่ไหนก็อันทะไงสร้างไว้เมื่อไหร่เก็บไว้ได้เลยส่วนเซลล์สืบพันธุ์เพศหญิงก็คืออะไรก็เซลล์ไข่ไงสร้างไว้เมื่อไหร่เก็บที่รังไข่พอโตพร้อมใช้ก็ตกออกมา
Wow! I hope everyone enjoy and surprised and maybe amazed with this topic. So, would you please give a big applause to teacher Miranti? She looks so pretty, but unbelievable. She can do everything like this. Yeah. Okay, so now let me remind you again. We are talking about our teacher Muranti talking about how to use online listen to the student and sharing her tools for the student. You can ask her after this, but before you ask her, I would love to Mr. Grug, are you here? The commentator, Mr. Grug. Okay, he's still not here. So, Mr. Ramat, are you
Okay,
here?
yeah, okay, right.
Okay, it's your time.
Okay, thank you. Miss Mironti is great. It is for back practice in teaching learning process is right. It's great. It is creative, innovative, and excellent teachers, I think. And then we can see that Miss Miranti can combine so many applications. So it's make the class is very attractive, and I think it's a very enjoyable learning for the students. And Miss Miranti, I have subscribed your YouTube. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. Okay, Chanika, yeah, please.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Ramat. Yes. So, any questions you can type it here. Let me see some question here. In call message. Okay, so the first question I see is in giving a lesson, how long the duration in one meeting or in one class? I think teacher Miranti ka? How yes. Yes, and any questions? I see a lot of hands raised up, and I think okay, Mr. Anang, Mr. Anang asked you that during COVID, how many percent participants would join an online class? Yes, Miss Miranti. How many students? Yes, in online class. Oh, it's depend on each day, right? Each class also. So remind you that she teaches science, and science is such a boring for me also. So how to call attention for the student? This is the way for teacher Miranti to call the student attention. So any question, you still have 4 minutes? Yes. You can raise your hand or you can turn on your microphone. Yes.
This is not a question, but similar with like the previous one, Miss Veronica. I like Miss Miranti's statement that I must do this to attract student attention. Maybe she actually does not like to do this, but to make the way her teaching method interesting, she will be willing to do this. Maybe that is the point. It is very, very, very nice. You decide to do something that you don't like just because you want to attract students' attention. That is wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, that's wonderful. So yes, who raise
I'm,
your hand
I,
up?
I can't imagine if I sing a song in front of my student. Maybe a student will be dismissed.
Yes, okay, next from Miss Shoti Rose. Shoti Rose, I think you're Thai, right? Have you got any problem between good student and poor student? Do you have any problems between good student and poor student? Ah, let me in brief from the answer. So if the student have a problem, like poor student who doesn't have any technology, so teacher Mirante will take care of them after the class, or maybe get in charge with that student in the next semester. Is that right? Okay, interesting. So any comments or any opinions? Miss Enda say, in pandemic assessment is difficult one. How do you assess the student? One more time, like a Miss Universe question. In pandemic assessment is difficult one. So how do you assess the student or give some points to student? How? Mm-hmm. Yes, in in terms of Thailand education system. So, if the student who didn't come to school or who didn't send any homework, we still cannot give them zero. So we can wait for them to rescore again. So we will write the score as I. I means I wait for you to come to me again. That's it. Yes, and Miss Sushi, I I see your raise your hand up, Miss Sushi. Yeah, it's your time.
Yes, thank you very much, Miss Chanika. Can you hear my voice? Because here is rainy here. Can you hear
Yes,
my
I
voice?
hear you.
Okay. I think I would like to say very interesting to Miss Miranti because she looks so confident when she teach in her class. And I think all of teachers around the world using blended about offline and online. But the new thing Miss Pirunti bring to her class is using music and playing music as a DJ. It's very interesting, and I will follow you in my class. I will try it. Oh, you look so confident using TikTok, I think, and I never used before. I never used TikTok before, but I will try it. And then So you using music effect. I never try art, but I will. I will using just like your class. So it makes how joyful in your class. Thank you very much. And I will subscribe your channel YouTube. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, two more questions here from Betty first, and then I will go to Miss Tanchanok for the last one. Okay. So, Mr. Betty, right? Ask you that all the students learn online, or do you use Blend? Oh, okay. And Miss or Mr. Dewi, for the last question, Miss Tanchanok, please. คุณทันชนกคะเรียนเชิญค่ะคุณทันชนกคะ
Yes, I am.
Yes. Okay, you can ask or give opinion first. Okay. As a teacher, we have to be creative so that the student understand the lesson we give. Why it is also fun and not boring for the student. Thanks a lot, Miss Miranti. This is your opinion for her, right? So do you want to speak by yourself? You can use this time. Miss Dewi Sri Kafi. Sorry. Thank you. So Miss Tanchanok, do you raise your hands up? Miss Tanchanok, please. Miss Tanchanok. Okay, Miss Devi.
Okay, I'm very happy to be able to participate in this event, even though I understand a little about the material given because of my limited ability to master the English language. Sorry, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
It's okay, and thank you, Miss Devi. Okay, so thank you for the all commentators, and thank you all the opinions. And yes, thank you, Miss Miranti Lauke from Thailand. ขอบคุณค่ะ Thank you for your opinion and encouragement for the teacher. Okay, last but not least, we come here to the last but not least. The last topic for today is about digital transformation trends in Vietnam secondary education. Blended learning model from Miss Ha Truong Titu from Nguyen Huay High School, Vietnam. So welcome. Let me check. Is she here? Miss, or am I pronounced wrong? Let me see. From Vietnam, Miss Ha Truong. Hello, where is she?
She's with us. The one, yeah, she was.
Oh, maybe.
Yes.
Anyone see her? Oh.
She
come back?
She uses two devices here.
Okay, Miss Ha Truong Titu.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Oh, thank you. Welcome, and it's time for your topic.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, am I announce your and pronounce your name correctly? Ha Truong Titu.
Yeah, exactly.
from Nguyen Huế High School?
Yeah, Nguyễn Huệ High School in Vietnam, in Huế City.
Okay, it's your time. Thank you.
Yeah, but it is a bad weather here, and the internet is not good. And I hope that all of you can hear me clearly at this time because of the
Yes, I
storm
can hear you
at
clearly.
number 7 storm. And all of you can hear me?
I can hear you.
Very clear, very clear.
Thank you. It is my pleasure for me to attend the conference. My topic today is a digital transformation trend in Vietnam secondary education blended learning model. And I think it's a very nice trend for all of you here, but I want to present my idea in my city now, especially in my school. In the era of digital technology, secondary education in Vietnam should plan strategy for developing a blended learning model in which, besides improving face-to-face learning activity, investing in online learning activity is a strategic goal, not only to expand the learner market share, but also to transform the training model to use the technology for modifying and improving the quality of education. And my topic today is to focus on the study of forms and levels of combined learning models, discussing the situation and solution for applying blended learning model to secondary education in Vietnam. And new technology, especially digital technology in the modern society, has the big impact on learning ability in the distribution channel enable this form of learning to gradually reach the scope that previously belonged to direct channel, increases the level of integration teaching elements through computer into traditional face-to-face learning experiences. This form of integrated learning has greatly developed and become popular in the world, especially in higher education, not only because of the technology available, but also because of the benefit itself, so that improving pedagogy, increasing accessibility and flexibility, cost efficient. In Vietnam, although applying technology in teaching initially began from distant learning, follow the e-learning model, is trigger the transformation of its experience in learning from face-to-face learning to e-learning, creating blended learning environments in some model. However, to effectively apply this model, secondary school in Vietnam need to have a strategic plan which clearly define the schedule, content combination, objective combination, and the concentrate point that need to be invested in. The form of blended learning have a more developed and popular, not only the technology
Miss Ha, please share the screen. You forget it.
But on
share the screen.
I don't
Miss, can you please share your screen?
Can I hear?
I guess it is connection problem. Yeah. topic is very interesting. Transformation, digital.
Indeed.
Christy, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't open the cam because I accompany one of my relatives in the hospital. So I'm in the hospital. Middle day is really quick.
You're in the hospital?
Yeah, accompany one of my family.
Oh, see, get well soon. How are you?
Thank you, thank you.
So in this case, Mr. Anand, would you like to share something first, or any story? Just short story to wait for Miss Trung. Yes.
Yeah, I met Miss from 2018 here in Indonesia. She's coming.
Hello. Are you here now? Miss Trung. Ha Trung Tritu, right? Ha Trung. Yeah, she come back. We wait for you.
Miss Strong, come up.
I think
You were one of
we're still struggling for the internet.
Yeah.
It is raining in Vietnam right now.
Vietnam is near Bandung. Because Bandung is also raining.
Maybe the signal from the weather.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I hope she try her best now until she comes back again. Okay, Mr. Anna, it's your time.
Mr. Anand, everything you have here, please.
Yeah. About this program, this webinar, I still remember about 4 or 5 months ago, Mr. Surapong early in the morning called me and then, Anand, don't stop thinking what we should do with this organization. And I directly throw the ideas. What about webinar, seminar, online seminar? Okay, that's a great idea. I will tell this to Mr. Kittiporn. And then next day, Mr. Kittiporn also early in the morning called me. And luckily today we can hold this seminar. I think it is better for us to build the same seminar. Don't stop until this. Mehan, how are you? Yes, she is one of the initiator of from Vietnam also. Turn on the microphone.
Yeah, I will just change from group 1 to group 3. Nice to meet all of you.
Nice to meet you, Miss Han. Miss Han. Okay, Miss Han. How was your room? How was your room 1, right? How was your room 1?
In this group, much teacher from youth camp teacher,
Yes.
right?
I think so, yes.
Miss
Very familiar, yes.
So it's just like a reunion.
Yes, you see, I have a lot of beautiful picture with you at this camp and how we meet today. Yes, right.
So, Miss Han, how was your room 1 this morning or the in afternoon session?
Yes,
Was
this
it about?
one is for the principal and manager.
Ah.
I'm just the participant. I have no speech. Right.
So you can speak now. I'd like to share about the technology in education. Just short speech if you want to share.
That's right.
technology. If we go on about the technology in teaching online, I think that when we have the technology, I think we as a teacher, we don't focus on too much kind of app or platform because it will make our students confused. We just use a simple app, for example, Google Meet or Google Docs or some Kahoot or some way for our students to apply or to send their exercise. But I think the important thing is that how we design that lesson plan. That is quite different. A lesson plan for online teaching is quite different from the online when we teach directly at the classroom. And I think the difference of online lesson plan is that we try to reduce the time for students to connect, but we must put to encourage self-study with direction, with exactly effective direction from the teacher for them to study at home or to do the homework. And for example, if we have a period of 45 minutes, we can limit the time for them to connect only 40 or 50 or 35 minutes. The last time for them to stop because they will be have an eye problem if they focus on the screens for the long time. So I think the important thing is that we must to how to design the lesson plan effectively.
Thank you, Miss Han. Sorry for interrupting, but I think Miss Han Trion Titu comes already.
Yeah,
she is the speaker for the last speaker today.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption.
Yes, thank you for Miss Han and welcome back to Miss Han Trion Titu. So difficult.
Yeah, my name is Ha. Just you can
Okay.
call only Ha.
Okay, thank you. That's much easier. Miss Han, welcome back. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
So I want to continue my thesis, forms and level of blended learning. And it had indicate 3 different forms. Enabling blends, this help learner to have a learning experience through different methods. For example, learner can listen to guest speaker, present through online meeting room instead of participating in a presentation presented by another. And the second, enhancing plans. This allows us to increase the pedagogical activity without changing teaching method. For example, traditional face-to-face learning remain the same while learning resources or added experience could be through online channel. And the third, transforming plans. This allows us to transform pedagogical methods, for example, changing model from passive learner to active learners who actively create their learning schedule, actively accept knowledge through interaction, as well as use learning advisory facility, learning result, and analyzing thanks to digital technology. And besides many studies related to educational technology, we have point out 4 level combination: activity level blending, course level blending, program level blending, and the last one institutional level blending. Activity level blending, course, program, and institutional. And in Vietnam, applying technology to training activity from the early years of the 21st century with initial concepts such as distance learning or e-learning. And the Ministry of Education and Training has also made many positive actions to encourage applying technology to teaching, transfer knowledge of e-learning to managers, teachers, those who have education interests. People, students make e-learning website, popularized technology, translating software to Vietnamese with open source. Moodle use ASCOM, so it means a shareable content object referencing model technology, and implemented to transfer free tool to create license that meet international standard and generate time a format meets ASCOM. For example, Violets, lecturer, etc., would meet our country need. And the secondary school in Vietnam have implemented e-learning to mainly support teaching and study with the blended learning model. Open sources learning management system, Moodle, is being used at most Vietnamese secondary school. US called LMS learning management system, web application including many different functional modules allowing to manage completely from the teaching content to the learning process. The process of assessing the learning result of each student in each courses. And in the era of digital technology, school in Vietnam should plan strategies for developing a blended learning model in which, besides improving face-to-face learning activity, investing in online learning activity is a strategic goal not only to expand the learner market share, but also to transform the training model to use the technology for modifying and improving the quality of education. And about the choosing forms and level of blended learning. A secondary school in Vietnam need to plan strategy goal to develop blended learning. First, at the moment, boost combination at the activity cost level, but do not stop at the activation level as what previously had been done, and to enhance and provide the learning experiences to learner. And the second, in the long run, it's necessary to implement blended learning at the program level. Accordingly, the module and activity of a training program will be redesigned to blended learning direction. Some modules are only face-to-face teaching, some modules are only online, and some are combined with both ways. The implementation can be in many ways. So it means that I recommend it now is a fixed plan. The learner will register and participate in the module face-to-face or online as a design program. Flexible plan, learners can choose flexible plan depending on the ability and individual need. For example, students can sign up for a distant online course during the summer semester to early accumulate extra or receive in failed module. To implement this plan, schools should almost be able to organize the training program in both face-to-face and online independently, as students will actually plan their learning schedule. In fact, at that time, blended learning model was at the organization level. The school invested not only to transform classroom activity and courses from face-to-face to online, but also transfer on activities including registration, academic management, lectures, finance, etc., to online, even though those activities are being taken place in an unscattered area. Important to know when implement blended learning. First, invest to enhance face-to-face learning environment, professional training and pedagogy for instructor, redesign offline classroom, stick to the learning outcome of the course, activity, and curriculum, develop e-library, and using open educational resources. Start plans to publish paperback material and textbook. Having a plan to replace the traditional library, which occupy a lot of space. And the fourth, using mobile computer technology. The application that support interaction between lecturers and students, between students and other departments in the school, transforming activities that are adaptable to the mobile environment. Cooperate with mobile service provider to establish a mobile intranet on the campus to create a mobile-first approach mechanism. The fifth, investing in learning analytic application, integrated planning, and advising services. And the last one, prepare psychology and skill for instructor and learner. For instructor, rising from the lack of technical skill as well as the scare of changing pedagogy methods. For learners, switching to e-learning requires high self-discipline, what time management skill for learners have not well equipped or incomplete, especially at the early stage of courses, which may the result from e-learning may be unsatisfactory. On the other hand, the implementation of an integrated model at a high level, the amount of online learning experience, not exercise increases significantly if the assessment of the learning process is inappropriate. Learners might have no motivation to participate. Therefore, to boost blended learning, besides investing in technology step by step in content planning, it is necessary to prepare an appropriate mindset and equip skills that are lacked of all parties. In the long term, an appropriate environment for digital transformation is essential to form a complete system for a blended learning environment. And I only have a little ideas about this topic. And thank for attending and listening my presentation. I'd like to send my cordial regards to all of you and your family. And I hope that we will continue to devote our whole life to teaching. The revolution in education is happening in our school with people who provide love, structure, support, and knowledge, and wishing everyone good health, peace during the COVID-19 time. Thank you.
ขอบคุณค่ะ Miss Han. So your topic is really interested because we
Thank you.
are in online learning era, and yes, some will should have engaged with the technology, right? And Vietnam is going to approach the student like this also. So let me have Mr. Raman again to have some comments to you.
Okay, thank you. It's a very informative present, and we have some point. The first blended learning approaches or model will be tried, will be tested, and I think it will increasingly used in every school in this new normal life. And the second one is quality teaching and learning material will be better and better and more widely used. And the third, teacher collaboration will grow. We cannot stand alone. We should work together to help improve learning. And the fourth, this crisis will help us come together across boundaries. Like today, we come here, join the seminar. It is how we resolve, we try to find out the solution for this crisis. And the important thing is teacher, school will receive more respect, more appreciation, and of course support for the important role in society. Okay, thank you. Sanika.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Raman, for today being commentator for all 4 topics. And
Yeah, exactly.
Ms. Han, Mr. Ahmad Jaya Laksana have some questions to you, so I may read aloud to you. Is there any problems when you use the application online in technology to the student, and how to solve the problem? Is there any problem when you use application online to the student, and how to solve the problem? Yes.
I think it's a very very easy for our school to use the application in our school, because with a lot of methodology in technology. For example, we can our student can study online and offline. Maybe we will give the exercises or the lesson online, and after that we will check it offline. And I think it's a very easy in our school.
It's interesting because I nowadays still cannot solve this problem exactly clearly. Yes, because the students say, teacher, I have no phone, teacher, I have no internet, teacher, the electricity went off, but actually they sleep.
Yeah, I think it's very easy in our school, because our school have always support for the devices at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I want to learn in Vietnam right now.
Yeah, thank you.
And Mr. Anand, yes, Mr. Ahmad, you can say something.
No, I just thank you what you answer, because this is sometimes the problem to the students. Sometimes to use the technology is so very difficult. Because for teacher, sometimes we have to make the content first, and then sometimes we have to prepare it before we to do the lessons. So just that sometimes we get the problem. Okay, just that. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank
thank you, Mr. Ahmad, also. And here yes, Miss Veronica, yeah.
Yes, I think we share same problems with our students. That is why if you are going to give them a lesson in using technology, they will tell you they cannot access, they don't have internet. That is why teachers now prepare in different forms. We prepare it digitally, we prepare it in print, and we even print it in PDF or whatever accessible format for them. So, our students is really trying our patience, but we give them more patience. That's all.
Thank you.
Yeah, here, one more. Mr. Anang says that very interesting topic, blend that the learning strategy every teacher is trying to develop for the best. Yes, I think for the era, right? Okay, to wrap up your topic today, I think, and I agree with what you said before, is we should open our mindset or change our mindset before teaching. And yes, for the student too, they need to try to change their mindsets also when learning by online and learning in the classroom for the real life and real situation. For the teacher, I am the one will change mindset also. Thank you,
Yeah,
Miss
exactly. Change
Han,
mindset.
so much.
Yeah.
Yes, ขอบคุณค่ะ
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. And right now we are closely ending our session today. So let me share some screen for you here. Yes, here. Before we end off our seminar today, I would like you to give some post surveys for us, please. So you can scan here, or I will send you via the chat box here. Can you see the QR code here?
Yes, Miss Chanika.
Yes. Oh, you pronounce my name really clear. Thank you. Yes, you can click from the chat box below, or you can scan QR code here. It's about the post event survey. What's going on today? Which one do you like the most? Or which one do you have opportunity you can share for us? I give you 5 minutes. Okay, let's move to next slide. Here from Thai participant. To get the certificate, please visit www.eisth.org. This is for Thai participants. สำหรับคนไทยนะคะคุณครูชาวไทยที่ต้องการเกียรติบัตรนะคะสามารถเข้าไปที่ www.eisth.org ได้นะคะแล้วก็สามารถ check your names there นะคะสามารถตรวจสอบชื่อได้เลยนะคะ but for foreign participants, the staff will work on it and send back to you within a week. Remind again, we will work on it and send back to you within a week. All right, is it clear for you? You can did it already after the assessment. Okay, no. If you did it already, it's okay it's okay.
Sorry, Miss Chanika.
Yes, welcome.
Can you repeat the information about the certificate?
Sorry again.
Can you repeat again the information about certificate?
Oh yes. We will work on it and will send back to you within a week.
All right, I see. Via email?
Yes, in your email.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Chanika.
Yes, you're welcome. So we will still have a time. So anyone would like to share anything, or anyone would like to talk something? If no one, so I'm glad being first time webinar MC today, and I feel a bit nervous about the event. Yeah, but however, it's nice knowing to you, all of you, and working with you so today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of ASEAN, the ASEAN EIS Association, would like to thank you to all the presenters, commentators, and our present participants for making time in your busy schedules to join us this event. I hope you found today's presentation informative and useful. So wish you all a nice day Stay safe and sound ahead, and see you again next time. For today, thank you. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Katunka.
Katunka.
Thank you, Miss Chanika and everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
so
Also,
Thank you to all the
Thank you.
Thank you to commentators.
Bye.
Thank you to moderator, co-moderator.
Thank you so much. Thank you, student.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very, very
I will go now.
Have you taken our photo today?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
much.
I hope we can
For this
meet each other
seminar,
next time.
I'm so happy because
See you next time.
Yeah. I guess.
Hi, Mr.
There.
Hi, Miss Enda.
Hi.
I'm here.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you
Hi.
all.
Hi, Mr.
Nice to
Jaya.
meet you all also.
Hope we can meet again.
Hi everyone. All can meet again.
I enjoyed very
Thank you,
much. Thank
Mr.
you so
Amma. Thank
much.
you.
Okay.
Okay, I will.
Bye.
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 Miss Mirun, thank you so much. Miss Veronica, thank you so much. Miss Long, thank you.
See you next.
All right. See you next time. ขอบคุณค่ะ